Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and to your left, of course, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hi, Val.
Hey, Glenn.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN-TV, and you're more than welcome to join us. We're at 617-708-3290. And, of course, if you're listening to us on our simulcast at WBCA 102.9 on your FM dial, you can't quite give us a call right now because we're simulcasting at a different time. But thanks for tuning in and listening to us on the radio if you're out there in your car.
Yes.
Or running around the Arboretum.
Yeah.
How are you, kiddo?
I'm great. I've made it a nice little habit when I'm on my way home from the show on Monday to tune into 102.9.
Yes. I tuned in a couple of weeks ago, and it was you.
I know.
Doing a show. It was fabulous. It's kind of neat to. And I'm getting a lot of response from people who say that they're listening to the program and they've heard us. And a lot of the musicians are gearing up some music for the radio part of WBCA 102.9 on your FM dial. So they've been sending me some great cuts and stuff that we're going to be playing on the radio. So we're very excited.
That's awesome. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I had a great Father's Day with the fabulous Rebecca. We did our laundry together, and I did some homework. No, it's that whole just spending time together. And regardless of what we're doing, it's just that we're so busy with our lives and what we're doing and stuff. We don't forget each other. We're always in contact and stuff. But that uninterrupted 3 hours that you get to sit and spend with somebody is priceless, and we always do it, so it's always a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I did.
You took a tour in New England. You went all over the place. You and your roommate, right?
Yep,
Alicia.
We're trying to pack as many New England, Boston things in as I can.
Have you been to Nantasket Beach?
I have.
Okay.
Not this summer. A couple summers ago.
Okay, as long as you've been there. That's
But we
good.
went up to Crane Beach in Ipswich, which
Nice.
I love. I love Crane Beach. I love the Crane Estate up there. It's particularly gorgeous. But I stuffed my face with as much New England food as I could. Ate lobster, half a pound of steamers, apple cider donuts, and strawberry shortcake.
Is Little Rock a coastal town?
No, it's not. There is no ocean.
No waves.
In Arkansas.
Well, I'm sure you can. Legal. We'll just have to send you out illegal every now and then, just to make sure that you get some of that fresh New England yum.
Yes.
Right? Of course, we're talking about next week is the lovely Valerie's last show with us. And how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years now, and it's been a great pleasure. We're going to get all that stuff in next week and stuff, of course. But one of the things that we're going to miss is Val's View that you put together. How do you decide what's going to be on Val's View? What was your method of?
I check out a lot of different websites, but I also talk to friends that are very involved in the art community, see what's going on. But I try.
Well, you're pretty well connected there. I mean, you must have people calling you and suggesting things by this point.
Oh, definitely, which I love. I love when people suggest things. It makes me putting together a Val's View much easier.
Yeah.
But I try to find stuff that's easily accessible. I love finding free things to do in Boston because there are so many of them, but I feel like a lot of them aren't advertised. I try to find a diverse bunch of events from museum things or outdoor kids activities. Stuff that I think a lot of people will be interested in.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're gonna miss that, and we've been meeting with several people that's going to be sitting in your place, and I think we're going to meet our person next week is going to come and meet, and we're very excited about all that. We're not going to say who yet. It's a big big drum roll. We were very honored, and I can't tell you how excited we were. We got about 18 or 19 people that showed an interest in being on the show on a permanent basis, so that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And it was difficult narrowing it down to, because like we said before, it's a lot of chemistry and stuff. It wasn't like, when you came on, we had to train you and train you. No,
you threw me in the deep end when I came on.
I took the next week off, didn't I?
I thought I was coming in for an interview. Nope, you're gonna be on the show.
Let's do it.
Yep.
And I think that's probably the better of the ways to do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, with that all being said, today we're going to be we got an interesting show today. We're going to be talking to some people from a school out in Roslindale that's celebrating its 100th year coming up in September.
That's incredible.
Years. Yeah, and it's a parochial school, but it's got a kind of a twist going on over there. They're doing things a little differently than they're doing it in other schools around the city and around New England. And we've brought in some parents. We've got some young'uns.
Yes.
We've got some kids in the studio. We're very excited about that, Papa. We're going to be talking a lot about schools and you know, I'm glad. So to have the parents here is the big deal. I mean, you can bring the administrators in. We're saving them till later. Yeah. Maybe if we have time.
I saw a couple of the kids sitting in your chair. You better watch out.
I know it. But to have the parents in here to sit and kind of talk a little bit about why they've picked a school or what the school has done from the family side of it, I think is the hook tonight. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So we've got the show is chock full, but what we got to do before we do is we got to talk a little bit about the people that help keep us on the air here. Our fine supporter and benefactors is the Boston Main Streets program. Boston Main Streets is that volunteer-driven organization that helps revitalize business districts around the city. They've been at it for over 30 years over in our area, over in Roslindale, and they do it because they love their community. They're volunteers, and what they do is they have a committee that works with the property owners to make sure that they have the right demographic information so they can put the right businesses downstairs. Then they work with the design committee once they get the business in there, how it's going to look.
Yep.
You know, the signage and all that.
They're in over 20 neighborhoods, aren't
yes,
they?
22 now. 22 neighborhoods around the city. They've been doing great stuff. And then there's the Great Promotions Committee, which I've been fortunate to be part of, that does great things like the farmers market and all of that cool jazz.
Which I've been seeing you at each Saturday.
I have been. I've been at the farmers market every Saturday. If you want to get together and talk and just chat about things, come on down and say hello to us.
There's some great lavender popsicles down there that I'm a big fan of.
Well, you know what it is a lot of the businesses around the square bring out a cart or something, and they kind of set up at the farmers market. My favorite is when I get there, I'll go to Fornax and get a couple of muffins or something. Then later on in the afternoon, I'll go to Tony's and get an Italian sub or something, you know, and it's kind of really kind of cool.
Yeah.
The other thing we got to talk about is this amazing building. We're in Boston Neighborhood Network, and WBCA 102.9 on the FM dial is the community access. The community station, the place where people can come and do community TV and radio. And the station you're watching right now is for nonprofits. So nonprofits can come in and do their mission statement, talk about what they're doing, bring in guests and all this stuff to make sure that we all get that, you know, information right. And then there's another station that does more cable access, where you become a member and then take classes and stuff, you know. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to ask just turn the station over to channel 23, the other half of BNN, and just to see what's going on over there. Let's take a look and see what's happening.
Okay.
Oh, Lily! I am such a funny clown. I like to travel round and round. The circus is my home. I always seem to roam. In the rocket ship I soar, I explore the ocean floor, but you must know I'll never go unless you come along. Bozo, Bozo, always laughs, never frowns. Bozo, Bozo, Bozo the clown. Oh, Billy, I'm glad you made it here to the Bozo Big Top today. Look at my pals with their Bozo sweatshirts and their Bozo hats. Hey, you look nice. Why don't you, Cynthia and Linda, take...
That is one big
that's
clown.
what they're doing over on channel 23. It's Bozo time over there. No, listen, what it is it's an opportunity for you to come in and take some Final Cut Pro classes and learn how to use these amazing cameras and learn how to do lighting and learn how to edit and all that stuff, and then they go and put your television show on TV.
Yes.
So if you're interested in doing something like that, go to www.bnntv.org, click on Jim Atwood's name, and they're the cats. He's the cat that can get you all the information that you need.
Exactly.
And that's also that includes programming on WBCA 102.9 F on your FM dial. If you're out there listening to us too now, jot that down. Right?
Not if you're driving.
Please don't if you're driving. Pull over. Don't
Yep.
forget the kids are out of school now.
Yes.
Be careful. Anything else?
I'm excited to get all these cool cats on the
Yes, I
on
am
the
too.
show.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, we are watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts, and you're listening. You got a Val's view first?
Of course I do. Yeah.
You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts and listening to us out there on WBCA 102.9 on your FM dial. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching and viewing. Listen, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Please don't go away. We're just getting started. We got a big show. Be right back. Well, good evening, gang, and welcome back to It's All About Arts. My name's Glenn Williams, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B. Hi, Aubrey. How are you?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Your neck all right?
Yeah.
Holding that big head of hers up because she's so smart, because she goes to a great school. But right now, I want to remind everybody that you can see this show again pretty soon. It's going to be, just sit still, sweetness. Just stop that, please. You can see this show very soon. It will be on our YouTube station, which is, if you go to your YouTube channel and you type in the words It's All About Arts and the number 1, you'll be able to see this show coming up in just a couple of days. And please go to our Facebook page, It's All About Arts, and friend us, please, because there's lots of really cool things that are happening there besides what happens on this television show. And right now, it is time to shoot it over, and it's time for another great episode of Val's View. Listen, gang. Go Val.
Well, hey Glenn, thanks for that awesome introduction. We have a couple things going on in and around the city of Boston over the next few weeks. First off, we have movie night at Fenway Park. That's going on June 29th at 7 p.m. and they are playing Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a bada swing, America's favorite truancy. Who doesn't love that movie? The gates will be opening up at 7 o'clock, but the movie doesn't start till 8:30, so you have plenty of time to get there early, sort of walk around the stadium, pick out your favorite seat, maybe even practice your favorite Ferris Bueller one-liners like I do. You can get tickets online or you can get them at the gate, so definitely check that out. It's the only time it's going to be playing this summer. Second on our list of things to do in Boston, we have Build-A-Fort. That's going on June 30th from 11 to 1 on George's Island. So it took 17 years to build Fort Warren on George's Island. Probably won't take you that long to build your own fort, but I'm sure it'll be a lot more fun. Build-A-Fort is a fun drop-in program that's put on by the Boston Harbor Islands that kids and adults can come and participate in and build your own giant colorful fort with giant building blocks. It's free and it'll be a lot more fun than the fort made of couch cushions you're probably building in your living room right now. Third on our list, we have Boston Harbor Fest. It's going on July 1st to the 3rd in Christopher Columbus Park and other various locations throughout the city. It's located all over, primarily on the waterfront. There'll be a lot of the really cool tall ships that you can check out. It celebrates the colonial history of the city of Boston. There's going to be live entertainment, fireworks, historical reenactments, activities for kids and the family, and best of all, almost all the activities are free. So it's a great way to celebrate the 4th of July and the American Revolution, and who doesn't love fireworks? So I hope you get a chance to check out some of those awesome things that are going on in and around the city of Boston. It's definitely gotten a lot warmer, so no excuses not to spend some time outside. It's always my pleasure to bring to you the fun things that are going on in and around the city of Boston. Without further ado, I'm going to throw it back over to Glenn and our new co-host.
Yes, hello. Thank you, Val, for bringing that to us today. I really do appreciate it. How are you? Are you okay? Everything's fine?
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for being here with us, Aubrey. I appreciate it. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you a couple of parents who are right now currently new parents at Sacred Heart School. Toniva Monroe, right?
Yes.
How are you? Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
And Najee Middleton, hello, way over there.
Hello.
How are you? And Gabby. Hi, Gabby. How are you? Good. Now, I know that you guys are new parents at this school in Roslindale, Sacred Heart School, and the school has a long history in the community and does a lot of different things in there. But I know that there are multiple choices for people to choose where they want to go to school, where they want their most prized possessions to go and study. What brought you guys to Sacred Heart School? Najee, we'll start with you. What was the thought process like?
It wasn't. It was more of definitely wanting to start where I know certain things would be taught to her that I was taught. I definitely wanted someplace religious because I grew up in religion, so that's like my main thing. I wanted someplace that was definitely rooted in morals and values, you know. Of course, that's what I was taught as well. And I started out at a home daycare, and I kind of mirrored that. So what my daycare provider gave is what I wanted to continue.
Okay.
So that's why I picked Sacred Heart. I liked the fact that they do morning prayer in the mornings and in the afternoons, and I like the teachers. They're awesome. They're very involved with the children, with the parents. I like the fact that the parents are very involved in the school. There's always things going on.
Is there a parents group that kind of gets together and maybe puts on little, gets information for the different parents?
Yes, we actually do. We have the parent ambassadors, which is the main group of the school. And then I recently started with the preschool director, the Preschool Friendly Fridays, just to bring in more of the preschool parents to, help volunteer and, just get in there and be more involved and get more ideas on what we can do to keep the children busy.
Now, Gabrielle's your babe here.
Yes.
And is she your only child?
Yes, she is.
And so she's, how are you liking Sacred Heart School?
I love it.
Huh?
I love it.
I love it too, Gabrielle. That's great. Taniva, thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
Aubrey is your young lady here.
Yes.
Right. How long have you guys been at Sacred Heart?
Not too long, actually. We started a little after April vacation. It was a mid-year move, but it was a great move nonetheless. I thought the transition was really smooth. What I really liked is that they really worked with me in regards to it being a hard transition.
Yeah.
Because it was during the year. But I
Yeah,
really
during the
appreciate
year,
that.
transitions can be difficult, not only on the family, but not only on the student, but the family. There's all these adjustments that need to be made. I mean, you're in the process of searching for the right place, and you're looking for the right answers. And how was that transition? You said that it worked out pretty well for you?
Yes, I thought it went really well. The preschool director, Natasha, was really helpful, very hands-on, I thought, very responsive in terms of my inquiries, because I would send a few emails about, my concerns with my daughter.
You gotta ask,
Yes,
sure.
yes. But Aubrey transitioned really well. She made a lot of friends that I'm sure she'll tell you about.
You
But
made some friends at Sacred Heart School?
Yes.
What do you guys do during the day over there?
Playing and having some fun.
Playing and having fun. Are you learning anything?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, that's important too, I think, isn't it?
I learned about hearing.
Very good. And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Hussey.
Mrs. Hussey. And who's your teacher, Gabby?
Miss Green.
Miss Green. Now you're in K0, aren't you? You're brand new to school.
Oh my
Yes, you are. Was it the religion, or was it the religion cook that the school provides? What was it? Because I'm sure that while you were looking for something specific.
I mean, religion, or what I would say faith-based, was
Faith-based, yeah.
definitely a selling point for me. But the fact that Sacred Heart was able to marry the two, and being a stream school, I think that's what really drew me. Because I went to a math and science school and I really enjoyed those subjects.
Yeah.
And I know my daughter's pretty good with math, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this
It's pretty
sounds
good
really-
math, too.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
It's science, technology, religion,
Correct.
engineering,
Engineering.
arts,
And math.
mathematics, right? So the school is based on that kind of a curriculum where they're kind of mixing them all in together for the
Yes,
education?
which I think is innovative and
Yeah.
very creative, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that's kind of new down there, I understand you guys aren't done with school this year.
No.
No, this is the first year, right, that it's a
I
year
think so,
round.
yeah, that it's gone year round.
Yeah, which was good for me because summer is an issue
Yep.
with my daughter in terms of where is she going to go for the summer. So
Right.
I thought it was kind of hassle-free program for me. I know this is the first year that it's being done, so I hope it goes well.
Right, and it's not necessarily just a daycare. There's an
No.
educational component, so I think that extra couple of months preparing our younger citizens to go into that kindergarten and on into that more structured,
Yes.
area of their education, getting them better prepared is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
I know that you're at the end of your day. I know these guys are at the end of their day,
Right.
and but for you to take a couple of minutes and come in and spend a little time with us explaining about Sacred Heart School, I think is really, really important. Is there anything else you'd like to get in before we take a small break?
No, I this is my first year going to Stream Night. I thought that was.
What did you think of Stream Night? I heard it was
huge
amazing.
success.
Yeah.
I think I was more intrigued than the kids. I probably was blocking the kids.
It was designed to intrigue you, believe me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys did a good job, right? So I was very much intrigued.
That's
so
good. I'm
kudos
glad.
to you.
How about you? Anything you want to add that might,
I just want to say this is a really awesome school.
Thank you.
I enjoy being there and meeting the parents and the teachers. It's everything I thought it was going to be.
Excellent. Well, listen, thank you guys. Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Appreciate you being here. Gabby, thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, listen, we're going to take a break. Can you say we'll be back in a minute?
We'll be back in a minute.
We'll be back in a minute. Listen, gang, don't go. We got lots more show to go. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there. You are watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and this is my good pal, Sean. Hi, Sean. How are you?
Good.
You're doing good? Thanks for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it. Okay? Okay. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce the rest of the family. This is Najee Bellamy.
Yes, Natasha Bellamy.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Kevin, old friend, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Now, this is Aunt Sean. Now, you're a family that's been at Sacred Heart for a few years now.
Yeah, about 10, 11 years. I don't know how many anymore.
Quite a
I
few
lost
years,
count.
and it's grown and changed, and there's been all kinds of things that have been going on during. And welcome back, Val. I'm sorry, I saw you down the end. And it's gone through all different kinds of changes and different things. What have you noticed about Sacred Heart School that has changed?
Well, a
over
lot
the
have
years?
changed, but which they have now their young kids, the preschool,
Yep.
which now Sean is part of. Before they didn't have that, and then they have the stream program. A lot of activities going on there.
There's a lot of activities going on, and it seems like it's a busier place these days.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to confess, I've been teaching there now for 8 years. Right, Sean? 8 years. And I've had Kevin every year. And I think that kind of progression that you see at the school kind of helps with the consistency of what's going on. Kevin, tell us a little bit about your experiences at Sacred Heart, what you're feeling. You're going into the 8th grade now. You're the big guy on campus now, right?
Sacred Heart School is like a good place to go when you want to meet new people. Because I would say now, this year, there's a lot of parents more involved than probably the past few years.
How's that making? How does that change your experience at the school to know that there's going to be parents that are involved in at the school? I see moms there all the time. I mean, but that's he'll say to his friends, but he doesn't. He does. I'm telling you, he likes the fact that it's there. How does that change your feeling towards the school to know that the parents are that involved?
That people could interact with each other.
Yeah.
And be more flexible about what they do throughout their day.
That's great. What are some of your favorite activities at the school? What are some of the favorite things that you do there?
I like how our art that we're gonna get 3D pens.
Yeah.
And we have 3D printers. And we got Chromebooks to make it easier for homework.
Every kid in the school, in the middle school got Chromebooks this past year?
Yes, 5th through 8th.
That's great.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is
and
amazing.
3D printers, that's incredible.
The 3D printer's incredible.
Yeah.
And there's going to be more of that kind of thing going on. Talk to me what your understanding of this whole STREAM thing is.
So STREAM is science, technology, religion, engineering, art, and mathematics. This expresses the school more and gets it knowing more, because we're a Catholic, private, and stream school.
Yeah, and the STREAM kind of mixes the curriculums up a little bit, right? You make it a little math and art class, you might get a little science and history, stuff like that, so they're kind of building the different things together, right? What did you guys do for your STREAM?
Stream night?
STREAM night, yeah. So first, what is STREAM night? We keep talking about it. What is it?
Stream night is where all the grades, K0 through 8th grade, show what they have been doing through the whole year. And for my project, we made a filter to clean water, take out solids. We used a 3D printer. We made filters with holes, squares, circles.
Yeah, like a filter, yeah. Then you put it to practical use.
Yes.
That's great. Mom, what do you think when Kevin comes home with these different kinds of activities and stuff? We never had that when we were kids.
No, we didn't. No. Well, I found myself in challenging sometime because he said, well, why don't you know that? I said, well, that's what they're doing at your school now, so let's do it together. So I found myself helping him and learning myself at the same time. But it's very informative to see at such young age they're getting involved with what's going on in technology and math.
Right.
And because he's so advanced, and most of the grades, and they're very advanced, and I'm very proud to be part of that school and to see him to be getting so educated and involved.
It always fascinates me when I see the list of schools that our kids are going to. That doesn't fascinate me. I think that I look at it as a point of very high interest. When you come into the school, there's a big chart on the side of the hall there, telling us what schools the kids are going to from Sacred Heart.
Yes.
And they're going to Fontbonne, they're going to
West
BC
Roxbury
High,
High.
they're going to CM, they're going to, all of these great schools. Boston Arts Academy, that's where
Yes.
you're going to go. You're going to go to Boston Arts Academy, okay?
Must be a great point of pride to say.
It's a great point of pride to be able to say that we have these students that are going, this year's graduating class are going to all of these major schools around the
Yes,
area. And it's
yes.
just one of those. What's your message to parents?
Well,
out there?
as a
What-
parent, and I've been in the school since Kevin was 2.9 years old, and I've seen how he transformed and how he's interact with kids his own age at the school, and also kids in the community, and my siblings and my nephews and nieces, and I see a big difference. He's caring, he's understanding what's going on, and he's not too pushy. And he's the type of kid that every parent say, well, where does he go to school? What is it that you're doing with
That's a
him?
big deal.
And they say, well, can your child play with my child? And there's a lot going on. And I found myself making schedule weeks in advance because now I have 2 kids. Parents are making appointments,
They
and it's
wanna
great
meet,
too.
they wanna know your kids, and that's
they want to
great.
know, and all I tell them, you know what, they spend a lot of time at this school. This is where they are, and if you really want to know what's going on, or you want your child to be in the same environment, you just go to the school and talk to the teachers and the principals. Everybody's so helpful, and the teachers are wonderful there.
Well, I'm going to tell you this in front of everybody. It's not just the school; it's the parents too. Okay, and because of your commitment to your family's education and to the school that we're working in, that's why we're successful. Okay, we're successful because there are parents like you that are willing to come on here and say, "Look, my kid's been here for 8 years, and my new one's going to go here too."
Oh, yeah.
And if there's any more.
Oh yeah, well, since Kevin been there, and it was not even a question when, of course, Sean was at age for me to bring to school. I say, well, I like where Kevin has been and how he's been doing.
This guy's going to Washington. He's been to Washington.
yes.
He's doing all kinds of great things in the community. And it's not just a reflection on the great school he's going to. It's a reflection on the great parenting that you've
Well,
been
we have a
doing.
great parent teacher in the school,
Right.
and we have the ambassador program that I'm part of, and there's so many other things, and we just want more parents to get involved if they can. And teachers they're very friendly. I found myself in the church. We go to the church. Kevin's the altar boy, and we there all the time. And there's so many things going on.
Yeah.
So I think as a parent, sometimes you just have to talk, and don't be afraid to just give suggestions because
Shoot 'em out there, absolutely.
Yeah, because you guys are doing the administration.
Yeah.
The school is doing. There's a lot going on, but as parents, we are the one that receiving the service. So I say, well,
It's not
maybe
boring.
no.
Don't do that, that's for
so
sure.
we there all the time. I'm there a lot of time. Most of Kevin's friends say, seriously, what is your mom doing here all the time? She's here all the time, but it's great because we get involved. I get involved, and the school is a very good atmosphere to be in. I'm very happy how the boys are. And Sean, now he's been in the school for now a year, and Kevin been here for what, 11 years? 10 years. I don't even know, but many years since he was 2.9 years old. So
Do you have a message out there, Kevin? Is 9 years. It's a long time. That's longer than you've been around.
Sacred Heart School is a great school, and you should definitely sign up your child to go there.
Oh, boy.
Get more kids. Yeah.
How about you, Sean? What's your teacher's name?
Miss Hart.
Miss Hart. Miss Hart's a great teacher too, huh? Did you have fun today? I see you got your uniform on. It says Sacred Heart right there. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate it, Kevin. I'll see you in September, I guess, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Listen, gang, don't go away. We've got lots more to talk about. We'll be back in just a couple of quick seconds. Say bye, Sean. Bye. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. I'm your host, and you're also listening to us on WBCA 102.9 on your FM dial. Like I said, this show will be up pretty soon again on YouTube, on our YouTube station. If you just go to your channel and put in the words It's All About Arts and the number 1, you'll be able to find all of the past shows that we've been doing. And please like us on Facebook and check us out on the inside cover of the City Paper. This week is, the cover art of the City Paper this week is featuring a Sacred Heart School student, actually. 6th grader. It was really, really nice to see a lot of that art up there. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to Natasha, Jean-Gilles. Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank
Natasha, thank you. And Dan Cassely, hello, sir. How are you?
Doing well.
Okay, Dan, you've been on before.
I have.
I recognize you.
Yes.
You've been on the program before with some of the high administrative people over there at Sacred Heart. Thank you for coming back and spending some more time with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Natasha, what is your role over there at Sacred Heart?
I am the preschool director there at Sacred Heart School my first year, and it was
First year.
first year, but it was a wonderful learning experience for me.
Good.
So far so good.
And Dan, you are the what is it?
Director of Advancement.
Director of Advancement.
Yes.
What a great title. I want to be a Director of Advancement.
That's a great title. Yeah.
It's just as ambiguous, so you don't really know exactly what it is, but it sounds impressive.
There are lots of things to
Yes.
it. So what is there? What's involved in what you're doing? Over
So essentially, it's a three-pronged idea of job. So the first thing that I do is a lot of admissions work. So I
Yeah.
take people on tours and help them work out the application procedures, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I do a lot of marketing communications. So I design all of our ads, all of our view book things, all of our brochures, all of those things. I run our Facebook page, our other social media things.
You're always
like
running around with a
LinkedIn and
camera.
That I'm the staff photographer and things, and I also do alumni development, fundraising, and grant writing.
A lot of hats.
A lot of hats.
That's a lot of hats.
That's a lot of hats.
Well, then you've got a pretty good handle on the school.
Yeah.
And I mentioned earlier, and haven't brought it up since, that this is 100 years
Yes. So.
in September.
Yep. Starting in September, 100 years ago was when the first group of students came in. They were actually taught by the nuns in the basement of Sacred Heart Church in Roslindale before they finished off the school, which then turned into St. Clair's, and then turned into now the Edward Brook Charter School once Sacred Heart moved to its present location in 1954.
Wow, that's great. How are you getting word back from alumni and people who've been there for a lot of times that this is going to be a big year for the school?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we've just recently done is sort of plot out the next year in marketing efforts and trying to brand some things. There's the Sacred Heart Golf Tournament every year, which will now be branded with the 100th anniversary logo. There's going to be a reunion, I think, sometime in the fall, and then we're starting the beginning phases of planning a 100th anniversary gala event, April 28th, 2017. Keep that on your calendar. It'll be at the Granite Links Golf Facility. So as soon as we have all of the invitations and things nailed down for that.
That would be great. It
Yeah.
sounds very, very exciting. Sounds like a busy year.
Yeah. Oh, also, if alum of the school
Yes.
are watching the show, and hopefully they are, we've created an online survey that you can go to. And just to put in your information, gather your ideas about Sacred Heart, some of your memories, if you want to be a part of all of these planning things.
I see. This is for the 100th year thing, the survey is
Yep.
for? Okay.
Yep. So they can follow us on Facebook, and it is our pinned Facebook post right at the top there. It's also the pinned tweet if you follow us on Twitter as well.
Excellent, excellent. Natasha, welcome to Sacred Heart. I mean, it's quite a gallop and quite a move going on. I mean, it's such a busy place and
It
so
is.
many things going on.
So many things.
Working in the early childhood development field and working with younger children, development is always very, very important.
Yes.
And working with cognitive, in all of those
Right,
those
correct.
domains and what
Correct.
have you. Sacred Heart's a little different. It's not a daycare center, is it?
It is not a daycare center, and that's the first thing I always tell parents when they come for tours or they come for their parent interview. I take them around in the classrooms. I let them see what's going on. I even ask parents to bring their children with them when they come on the tours, and then let the child sort of gravitate to the classroom they feel more comfortable in.
Yeah.
And so usually children will just gravitate towards one of the classes. They're all exciting. And then the parent can now see firsthand what's happening. It's a very inviting place. The teachers will also try to engage the new child coming in,
Sure.
the visiting child coming in. And the children that are currently there are also very friendly. So social emotional based curriculum, which is the CEFL curriculum.
Yeah.
And it's very clear to see, it's very evident with the compassion from the children in the classrooms, and parents have the visuals that are also in the classroom as well, so then they can take a look to see how we sort of foster that social emotional piece for the children. Then they're able to sort of access the curriculum,
Right.
the stream curriculum.
Right. Well, there's part of that too.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So the preschool isn't kind of separate. Well, I guess it is kind of separate because it's got a different scheduling purpose. It's separate administratively.
It is, yes.
It's kind of has its own thing, but you guys have a specific purpose. Your mission, I believe, is to feed that kindergarten.
Yes. We are
So are you
trying-
working with those teachers as well, kind of getting things lined up and knowing which direction their curriculum's going to go and what have you?
Pretty much. We were fortunate enough this year to receive a large donation through the Lynch Foundation.
Right.
And so they were able to equip us with a brand new curriculum, which is the OWLS curriculum, Opening the World to Learning. And within that curriculum, we got our math curriculum, our literacy curriculum, and then we were sort of able to rope that curriculum with the stream education and then be able to teach that throughout the day.
Yeah.
So whether the children know it or not, they're learning. The learning there is constant, and the learning there is not to say that they don't know that they're learning. We make sure that they understand what's happening in the classroom.
What is the advantage to having the year-round schedule? I mean, you guys are there all summer too.
It's very accommodating for working families and families that just need a break.
Right,
It's okay.
right, exactly.
It's okay. Right now we have lots and lots of families that work the different hours and that they need the accommodations. I mean, I myself, I'm working the full day program and I have a child.
Yeah.
And so obviously he'll need some full day services as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very accommodating for families, and we try to make the summer different. It's our first summer and we try to make it different. So.
Good. Dan, is there anything else that when that parent comes in with that folder in their hand, I mean, are you fielding all kinds of different questions? What are some of the things that people are interested in knowing about Sacred Heart?
Sure. So obviously, as the current parents spoke earlier, a lot of them want to know about the faith-based education and how does religion fit into STREAM. And about 65% of our students right now are identified as Catholic or identify themselves as Catholic.
But it's not a prerequisite to go into the school.
It is not. So that's what I mean. Some of the families are like, so what does the religious part of it mean for my child who may not be Catholic?
Yeah.
And then for those children who are Catholic, how can the parents be involved and how can they even get more out of it and those type of things. So I think being a faith-based education is really important first and foremost. And that really sets us apart because that is the moral values, that is, being a good person as well as being an educated person.
I think Najee nailed it when she said that Kevin has a step up that she sees with other kids in the community, that he's kind of like the draw that other parents say, boy, I want my kid to be like that kid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think part of the reason is because he's been involved in this kind of an education all his life.
That's right. Yeah.
I agree.
Is there any final message? They're throwing things at me from the other room.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is there,
Ladies
Come
first.
on. Thank you. Come and take a tour.
Yeah.
We want people to come and tour.
What is it, 10, what's the address? Canterbury Street.
1035 Canterbury
1035
Street
Canterbury
in Roslindale, Massachusetts. We have an open door policy in the preschool program. Come on in. I'm there every single day.
Yeah. Come in, and you're there every day too.
Just about, yeah. I'm on vacation this week, so don't come in tomorrow. But other than that, check out the website at sacredheart-boston.org. Again, check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm just really lucky enough to be part of an administrative team with Principal Haldeman and Vice Principal Cody.
absolutely.
But everybody, we're all working towards
team.
our team effort. So Mrs. Kavanaugh, Mrs. Verity, Mrs. Walsh, Robin the nurse, everybody is all on the same page with everything.
Well, I'm very proud to be part of it, and it's a great experience. I went to school there.
Yes, you are.
I was in the basement of the school church while they were building Sacred Heart School. Hardly. But thank you very much. We're going to link up that website too. It's all about arts to
Thank
this,
you.
and so
Thank
that people
you.
just click on you guys and they'll go right to it. Val, how are you? Sorry, hon, I didn't get you in.
No, this is so interesting. I
Yeah.
love hearing about the different schools and how they've grown and changed throughout Boston. It's great. Yeah, it's
Sacred
very
Heart's
informative.
Sacred Heart's the school. It's been great. It's been a great experience for a lot. My Becky went there. There you go. Just look at her. All right, gang. Listen. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for listening to us. WBCA 102.9 on the FM dial. Thank you. You're watching us on BNN-TV Channel 9. Listen, gang. Thanks an awful lot.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. I appreciate it. Get out there and do something artful for yourself, please. Do something cool and have a lot of fun. And like we like to say every week, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Get out, do something artful, do it for them, and we'll dig you next week. Bye-bye.